Private podcasts are an incredible way to reach your audience that doesn't have time to watch long videos, but they can consume audio on the go. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a private podcast step by step using only your smartphone. All right, let's get into it. Welcome to 5-Minute Social Media, where we help overwhelmed business owners streamline their social media to get more results, make more money with less work. If that sounds like something you'd like in your business, take a second, hit subscribe, click that bell. That way you can be notified each week when we release another helpful video. And if you'd like to have a completely customized, streamlined plan for your social media to generate more revenue with less work, I have a masterclass that I teach on this. And at the end of this video, I'll tell you how you can access it completely free. All right? My name is Jerry Potter, and yes, it rhymes with the boy wizard. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a private podcast using just your smartphone and no other equipment. And by the way, I'm going to show you how to do this on Android phones or iPhones. So either one, you'll be able to do this without a problem. And while you can do this with just a smartphone, I do recommend using a microphone if you have one, even if it's just the headset that came with your phone. And if you decide you want to upgrade to a better microphone that works with your phone, I'll link to the one I use in the description of this video. Also, try and record in a space that doesn't have a lot of echo, starting with any room with carpet is better than any room with flooring. But if you really want to make the sound as good as possible, maybe try recording into a closet that has lots of clothes around, or even in your car. When it comes to recording, if you have an Android phone, Google actually makes a great app called Recorder. Great name, right? You can download it for free in the Google Play Store, and you can use this to record your audio. Now, while the Recorder app does have some really basic editing functions built in, do your best to be prepared and try not to require too many edits, because this app is made primarily for recording and not so much for big, complicated edits. Now on iPhone, you can actually just use the Voice Memos app that comes pre-installed with your phone, and it works really, really well. Once you've got your recording the way you want it, on Android phones in the Recorder app, you're going to long press on the recording and then click the share icon. Choose Google Drive or another app to save your file to. For iPhone, click the 3 dots and scroll to Save to Files near the bottom of the menu that appears. Choose where you'd like to save it on your phone, then hit Save at the top right when you're ready. Now, once your audio file is all set, you're going to upload it to your podcast host. If you already have a podcast host, great. There's tons of great ones out there. In this video, I'm going to be showing you using Hello Audio, which is the podcast host I use for my private podcast that I have for my members in my Streamliners Club coaching program. So that's what you'll see, but I'm sure most of them are quite similar. I will say though, one of the reasons that I really like Hello Audio and went with it is because they'll actually let you upload an audio or a video file. So let's say you already recorded a video on your phone or elsewhere, or you did a Facebook Live, you made a YouTube video, whatever it might be, you can just upload that and it'll take the audio and make it your private podcast. Some of the other hosts that I looked into, you actually had to convert it first to a WAV or an MP3 file or some other audio format before they would actually let you upload it to become your private podcast. Once you saved your podcast, you want to open your web browser on your phone, Safari, Chrome, whatever you're using, and go to your podcast host's website. So for Hello Audio, it's app.helloaudio.fm. And if you haven't already created a podcast in the first place, I've got a separate tutorial about how to do that step by step, and I've linked to that in the description of this video. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and select the podcast that I want to upload this file to. Then I'm going to scroll down until I see this section, and it might look different if you're using different software, but then I'm going to choose a file because I can't drag and drop here because this is on my phone, but I'm going to choose a file. Then it's going to say, do I want to upload from my photo library, take a video, or choose files? And this is, by the way, on an iPhone because that's what I use primarily. I'm going to say choose files because that's where we showed saving it on the iPhone. Navigate to wherever you saved it. And then there it is, new recording 164. So I tapped on that and it's uploading. I'm going to scroll down here to the very bottom. This podcast actually has a lot of episodes in it. And so there it is, new recording 164. You can see it there. I'm going to tap on it to edit it. I'm going to give it a title. So by default, it has the file name's title. So let's just say this is an awesome interview, right? Then I'm going to scroll down. I can add show notes if I want. And by the way, I realize we're typing these on a phone, which can be, show notes can be long, right? And so you could just put anything you want in there or even leave them blank. And then later you could open up Hello Audio on your computer and type with a full keyboard if you want to add more show notes in later. And then when you're ready, hit that publish episode down there at the bottom and your podcast will be live. If you're not quite ready, you can just hit save and return, that button just above that, and that'll just save it. You can come back and finish editing it or publish it whenever you want to. All right, so now your private podcast is out there. Let me show you what it looks like when somebody subscribes, because the amazing thing about private podcasts is not only are they relatively simple for us who are creating them, but it's super simple for even non-tech people to subscribe on their phone. Now, here's what it looks like when somebody gets the invitation to your private podcast, at least using Hello Audio, which I'm using for this demo. But basically, they'll get an email, and you can see here that it says, subscribe to my private podcast, which is what I called it when we were setting this up. And then down below, there's all of these links that are specific to podcast apps. So their favorite podcast app may be here, or they can just copy what's called the RSS feed if they're a little more advanced. But for most people, it's going to be Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts. So I just tap Apple Podcasts. And since I have an iPhone, it's going to automatically open it up in Apple Podcasts. And it's going to say add a show by URL. And then I hit follow, or your listener hits follow. And then there it goes. It shows up. So that's it. That's all they have to do to add it on their end. And that's how simple this is, even if somebody's not tech savvy. As long as they're a podcast listener, they should be able to subscribe to your private podcast. All right, ready to create your private podcast using your smartphone? Make sure you choose your podcast host carefully. There are tons of them out there, and they all have the basic functions. But as I mentioned, some of them, like Hello Audio that I showed you, allows you to upload a video file, which was really important to me. So just make sure it does whatever you want it to do. If you do decide you want to try Hello Audio, you can go to usehelloaudio.com, and they have a completely free trial, no credit card required or anything like that. So you can use the whole thing and see how it works and see if it's a good fit for you. And again, you can go to usehelloaudio.com. And of course, you can also find a clickable version of that link in the description of this video. All right? Was this helpful? Please let me know by giving it a like or leaving a comment. That way I know to make more videos like this for our community. And you're not only supporting me, but also our two tiny superheroes at home. Hey, if you're frustrated with the way your social media for your business is going and you want a streamlined plan where you can get more results with less work, check out my free masterclass, 3 Secrets to a Streamlined Social Media Strategy, okay? You can click the link and get signed up right now, or watch this video for more information.